Hi guys, and welcome back to Ben 10 video where I've just got finished watching Dog Soldiers. Yes, so this is the new 4K release by Second Sight Films, which are a UK based company. Guys, as always, I'll never ask you to like this video or subscribe to my channel or whatever. You know, I'm humble like that. Won't bother with an unboxing as I got the bare bones version and it is literally just... Oop, there we go. So there you have it. As a Dolby Vision and a 5.1 DTS HD master audio track, the bitrate kind of sat comfortably in the high 80s to low 90s, peaking at like 120 at one point, and when they're looking through binoculars at one point, because it was obviously just small black circles, it went down to about 27 or something, but you didn't notice a drop in quality overly so. Textures look really nice, and black levels I'd say are fantastic for like 95% of the film. Couple of moments where it's not dark black, pitch black, like this bad boy. It's slightly not black, but like, that's only because you're looking for it. Oh, I'm looking for it obviously for review, but if you're just watching it in the moment, you won't notice it, so it's perfect. So, opening shot, you only get it for a couple of seconds, and it looks like a shit 70s horror film. And then it goes into it, and it is a bit grainy. Oh well, it's a lot grainy. It's quite a grainy film because it's shot on 16mm film. So obviously when they're converting it, it's got a smaller film to blow up, basically. No, it's not blow up. It's just a smaller film to work with. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's a smaller film to work with than 35mm, and then obviously that's even smaller than 70mm. So, or 65mm. There hasn't really been any DNR applied. I don't think any was applied at all. So yeah, after that nonsense, it was, you know, it's just grainy. Fucking grainy, alright. Colours are very natural looking, very natural. The greens, because it's set in like woods at the beginning at least, and the greens are very nice looking. They're not like bumped up fake greens. Blood looks good. It's not bright red. It's like a deep dark red, which looks wicked. You'll love it. And like a couple of soft moments, but again, same with the black levels, you won't notice them really. It's just a great looking release. Let's have a look at some little comparisons. So for this, I've done the UK DVD, which is released by Path, the Shout Factory Blu-ray release, and this Second Sight 4K release. This is a good comparison to show how like the contrast in the 4K is so much better, and how Shout Factory just brightened it up too much. Again, you can see how bright Shout Factory's is. Remember, these pictures will all be in SDR, so you haven't got the actual HDR applied. This is just the colour timing. And this is just, you can see how much better this is. So yeah, as I said earlier at the top of the video, it has a 5.1 DTS HD master audio track, which I was slightly disappointed when I first read that. I thought, could they have gone Atmos? And yes, they could have, obviously. But I don't think it needs it. This is a great soundtrack. It's amazing. It starts off and it's got a bit of like rumbly thunder. I thought, and it's in the, like, it's all enveloping. I thought, yeah, that's all right. I enjoy when they do that. And then as you get further into the film, they've used like the space they've got in the 5.1 amazingly. Bullets whizzing past, and I would say other than one gun that sounded a bit anemic, the guns sound great, and they're everywhere, and just the explosions and whatever that goes on in it, all just. They're over there, you're in the moment. It really does just suck you in. Like, it's way better than I expected it to be. So I think you guys will love it. Oh, and just a quick one, the dialogue is very clear, mostly central, but fantastic, yeah. You've got no problem with hearing this. So for the presentation, I think I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. And it would have got 5 out of 5, I think, with the Atmos. Because there's a bit of rain and stuff in it, it would have felt nice to just... But yeah, it's a great soundtrack. I am marking it at half point now. That's more, not the release, that's more marking on second sight for not thinking about doing Atmos, but no, just me being pernickety. So I remember when this film came out, I'm not sure I wanted to see it or not, I remember that it existed. So yeah, 20 years later, finally get around to watching it. And yeah, great. No, I'll give it a bit more than that. So yeah, so I knew it was a British horror film to do with werewolves, but kind of that's as much as I know. So I went in as blind as I could to this. Acting was great. Acting was really good, actually. Most of the time the speech felt natural. One guy did go on about footy a bit too much that felt fake, but yeah, other than that, it's all right. Story was really good. Nothing massively original, but it's a little bit original because obviously they're soldiers instead of regular people. Practical effects, perfect. As far as I'm aware, it didn't look like there's any CGI, and if it was CGI at any point, it's done very skillfully, because I didn't notice, and that was from 2002. So it would have been obvious as well. But yeah, guts look good. I love the look of the werewolves. I love it. You might not, you might think they look shit, but I love the way they look. It's slightly different to how a lot of other people make them look. But yeah, and the way they acted and stuff like that. The wolves acted, not the actors in the wolf suit. Yeah, I think, genuinely, I think most people will really enjoy this film, unless you hate horror or British films. But yeah, loved it. I'm going to give Ben's Home Video a score of, what the fuck am I about? 4 out of 5, I think. I think just with the genre itself and the film itself, you're going to struggle to get a 5 out of that. But I suppose within itself, it's a 5 out of 5. But as an overall film, it's a 4 out of 5. Really appreciate what you're watching, guys. Thanks.